Yo, what's up? And today I'm coming up with a much more relaxed video, just talking about possible rework, which would be the greatest rework ever, and the rework being chime skulls. Now let me just say, from day one I've hated this mechanic, because you lose 2 skulls, you're done, you're benched. Because that's the thing about chime skulls, right? It's pay to play. You buy in our slot just so you can go and chime a little more, unless you want to risk going to depths and getting a drown. Which now, if you're kind of bad at PvE, it's really not a good idea to. I know the corrupt Thunder Squibbo is quite a menace, and I don't want to deal with him 5 times. All because I want to play on a single slot. And having to hop on another slot, even if you want to test out the slot you're on already, it's just kind of not fun. Especially when there's so many factors like ping, and you're just finding someone who's better than you. So we're going to be talking about some possible reworks, which I've gotten a few of these reworks from the gracious people in my server. So if you want to join the most active community ever, you can join that. But the first rework is one that I came up with myself, which sounds more complicated than it should be, but you know how the devs are. Maybe they'll like it. Which is to integrate elo more into it. So instead of skulls, you could have an amount of elo that you could lose per day. Let's say it's like 100, maybe 120. And if you lose all that elo, your slot will be locked out of chime. What this accounts for is just if you're fighting someone who's just way better than you. So instead of losing 1/3 of your skulls, you can instead lose maybe 10 elo, which doesn't matter as much in the long run compared to a whole skull. Now granted, this does have a few flaws in it, but we can hammer that out. And then the next suggestion, which I think is easier to implement too, add an unranked mode. And this is peak genius. I can't believe no one's thought of this. Because wow, everyone in Chime really wants to be as competitive as usual. There's definitely not people who just want to test out their build and keep getting matched up in Texas servers. Or God forbid, Cali. I mean, they already have Battle Royale, which granted is only available on the weekends, but it has no reward. So why can't they do something similar for Chime? What if I just want to fight people, but on my build? Do I have to wait for Conquest? Sorry guys, I guess I'm gonna have to wait for next year to test out my build. Because right now, Chime is just for the competitive people. Honestly, I want to fight new people, but not have such a downside of having to lose a skull or go to depths. Because if you're trying to train up, that's not really the way to do it. Especially if you have to keep hopping slots because you paid Robux, so now you have all these other slots that you feel like you have to do Chime with. Now, I'll be closing off this video, but I do want to say thank you guys for 1,000 subs. I don't think I've said this enough, but it really does help me in the long run. Bigger and better videos in the future, right guys? Yeah, I trust. Alright, I'll see you later.